Hi guys, I'm Takira. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I wanted to come and show you guys my favorite wash and go techniques for those of you guys who are interested, or for those of you guys who may be struggling with wash and goes. These are pretty much the same techniques that I've used in previous videos, but I wanted to have like one video that has like each of the different techniques in it that I use, so that you guys can pick and choose which one you think would work best for you. But yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing that, then just keep watching. Okay y'all, I do have 3 different wash and go techniques that I'm going to show you guys, because those are the only 3 ways that I like to do my wash and goes. So first off, I have my hair sectioned into 4 sections to start with, because that's what I've found works best for me when I'm doing my wash and goes. As far as my hair characteristics are concerned, my hair is low porosity. I have fine to medium strands, and I have medium to high density, and my curl type is mostly 4A, I believe. But yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go ahead and work on this section here. I've already applied my leave-in conditioner to my other 3 sections, but I'm just gonna show you guys how I like to apply my leave-in conditioner, so that's why I left this section out. The first thing I'm gonna do is wet this section down with water, and in my spray bottle I do have hot water in here. It comes out warm, so I just go ahead and put hot water in here because it does also cool fast. But I use warm water in my hair to apply my products because I have low porosity hair, and using heat helps my hair to better absorb the products. I know I've said that in previous videos, but I wanted to make sure that I included that in this video as well, since this is going to be the video where you guys see pretty much how to do a wash and go. And by the way, I am starting on freshly shampooed and deep conditioned hair. So once I wet the section down, I like to just take my leave-in conditioner, and I'm just using the Design Essentials Natural Almond and Avocado Detangling Leave-In Conditioner as my leave-in. So I just take a bit of that and apply it to the entire section first. And then I split the section in half so I can apply the leave-in to the inside, so that I can make sure that I am coating every strand. Now, as far as the amount of leave-in conditioner that you're going to use in your hair, that depends on, I think, each individual's hair. For me, I just put as much as I feel is necessary. There isn't like a set amount that I use. Like, I'll continue to add leave-in conditioner if my hair still feels a bit dry, or if it feels like it needs a bit more moisture while I'm applying the leave-in. And as you can see, I'm pretty heavy-handed with my leave-in. And that's what it's looking like with the leave-in conditioner. I'm just going to go ahead and pin this section up. Now, I told you guys that I already applied the leave-in conditioner to the other sections of my hair. I personally like to go ahead and apply my leave-in conditioner to my entire head before I go in with my gel, because I feel like it allows my hair to get a chance to absorb the leave-in conditioner some before I go in with my gel. So as I told you guys, I am going to be showing you guys 3 different techniques that I like to use. As you can see, I have 4 sections, so 2 sections are gonna have the same technique on them. But in this first section, I'm going to be showing you guys the raking and smoothing method. And for my styler, I'm going to be using the Camille Rose Curl Maker. So I'm just gonna go ahead and wet the section down. I like for my hair to be pretty wet when I'm applying my styler. And for each of the different techniques, I like to apply my styler in small sections. So that's gonna be the same for each technique. So I'm gonna take a section about this size, and I'm gonna take a bit of my styler. Just like with the leave-in conditioner, it really depends on how much you personally think you need. So with my styler for the raking and smoothing method, as you can see, I am smoothing it in first, making sure to cover the entire section. And then once I have made sure the entire section is covered, I just take my fingers and pretty much like finger comb the section. Now for this method, you want to make sure your hair is really detangled, because you don't want to be ripping your hair out. And also, I personally only like to use the raking and smoothing method with a gel or a styler that has a lot of slip. So that's why I chose to use the Camille Rose Curl Maker, because I know it has a lot of slip. So I'm just gonna repeat those same steps on the rest of the section. Okay, y'all, here's what the section is looking like using the raking and smoothing method. All these techniques normally give me a good wash and go result, so I'm not expecting the results to look a whole lot different. But, you know, it depends on your preference. This technique takes me the second least amount of time to do. All right, y'all, so I did the smoothing method on this section, but my camera decided to cut off on me and have me talking to myself instead of talking to you guys, but I thought I was still recording. Luckily for us, we have a whole extra section we can work with. So I'm gonna do the smoothing section again and show y'all on this section so I can talk y'all through it. So I'm just gonna wet the section down. Like I said, I'm going to be using the same small sections in each of the different techniques to start with. So I'm going to take some of my styler and similarly to the raking and smoothing method, I'm just going to apply it from roots to ends, making sure my hair is completely coated with the styler. And for the smoothing technique, that's it. You apply the styler, smooth it onto the section, and you're done. This has been my go-to technique recently because it takes the least amount of time and I still get good results. With this gel, it's not necessary, but sometimes when I do the smoothing method, my hair clumps up too much for my liking, so I'll just like separate it a bit at the ends, just like that, just so it's not super clumped. And also, I forgot to mention, with the raking and smoothing method, the reason for smoothing it and then raking your fingers through the section is to separate the hair a bit to prevent it from being super clumped. But I find that, like I said, if the styler you're using doesn't have a lot of slip, using the raking and smoothing method can potentially cause breakage, which we do not want. And like I said, this method is quicker anyway, so I've been doing this method more recently. And if my hair clumps too much, I can just separate it like I told you guys, without having to rake my fingers through the section. But the raking and smoothing method is good if the product has a lot of slip. And also, I feel like the smoothing method may give slightly more elongation because you're smoothing the product down the section. So it's like making it lay down more. But we'll see. Now, I don't think I mentioned the reason why I do small sections like this, but applying product in this manner for me, in small sections like this and from roots to ends, helps to give my hair more movement. So it helps me to ensure that every strand has gotten some of the product. So that means that every strand is defined, and it also helps to make sure that my hair has movement once it dries and it's not stiff. Because if you forget to apply products to your roots, then that can cause your hair to be stiff, because your roots is the area that is going to allow for your hair to have movement. The smoothing method to me is kind of like a lazy shingling method. And I love it. Like I said, this has been my go-to method. Okay, here's what the section is looking like with the smoothing method. For this section, we are going to be doing the shingling method. So I'm just going to go ahead and wet the section down. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my small section, as with each of the techniques. I'm going to take some of my styler, smooth it onto the section from roots to ends. This is the same for each of the techniques. Now with the shingling method, once you've done that, you're just going to separate the section individually and smooth each section that you've separated down the strand, just like so. Now this helps to separate your curls to your liking, to the size that you want them to be. Shingling definitely gives your hair a lot of movement as well, and this helps to make sure that each curl is defined. Shingling is also the most time-consuming technique for me anyway. Now once you get the hang of it, it doesn't take that long. but it's the most time consuming of the 3 techniques that I'm showing you guys today, at least for me. With the shingling method, you can make the sections as big or as small as you like. The smaller you make the sections, the longer it's gonna take. Oh, also these small sections that I'm doing, they also help me to, they also help my wash and go to last longer. So they give me longer lasting wash and goes. Now with any wash and go technique, I normally shingle when I get to my part area, regardless of what technique I use. Like I said, I've recently been using the smoothing technique the most, but once I get to my part area, I would shingle my hair because it would give my hair the most definition and it leaves my hair the most tamed. Normally shingling does. So that's why I would do it when I would get to my part. I didn't do it on this side because I did only use the smoothing method because I wanted to show you guys the difference between the methods. Okay, y'all, here is what the shingled section is looking like. Okay guys, here are my wet results. This is the section that I shingled, just this front part. Back there in the back, that's the area that I smoothed the product in. Back section here. I also smoothed the product in this section. And back here in the back is where I raked the product in. Right there. Now remember, I raked the products into this back section and I did the smoothing method for this back section. After I'm done applying the products to my hair, I pretty much always air dry. And I use a box fan to help assist me in the air drying process. It does drastically speed up the process for me because my hair takes forever to dry because it's low porosity. So I like to sit in front of a box fan to help speed up the process. Also, and this is really important, okay, once you're done applying the products to your hair and you're letting your hair dry, do not touch your hair, okay? Keep your hands out of your hair. Don't be manipulating it because you're going to cause unnecessary freeze. You want to let your hair set in the way that it needs to set, and you can't do that if you have your hands all up in it. So I'm going to go ahead and air dry my hair, and then I'll come back to you guys with my day 1 results. Okay, y'all, here are my results. I did was scrunch a bit of oil into my hair. Normally once my hair is dry, if I have a gel cast or my hair is too clumped, I'll go in and separate the curls that are too clumped, and I will break the gel cast. I do have a video showing you guys how I do that, so I will link that up above because that would be the next step after my hair dried. But as you guys can see, there's not a big difference, if any, between the results I got from the different techniques. My hair is normally pretty flat on day one, so this is normal. That's because of how I apply my product. Those smaller sections make my hair like more defined and less frizzy once my hair is dry. But yeah, as you can see, there's not a whole lot of a difference. You know, it's defined all the way throughout. So I think it's just pretty much a whatever your preference is when it comes to applying your styling products to your hair. Granted, the styler you use can make a difference as to what technique would be best, but for the most part, I get pretty consistent results with either technique that I use when I do my wash and goes. But the next thing I'm gonna do is stretch my hair. I do have a stretching video up as well for anybody that's interested, so I will link that up above, but that's the next step I take in my wash and go process now. This is pretty newly added. Of course, you don't have to stretch your hair if you don't want to, but I'm going to stretch mine and I'll come back and show you guys what my hair is looking like once I have stretched it. Okay, y'all, here's my hair after stretching it. Guys, that's all. I hope this video was helpful for you guys, and if you have any questions, then feel free to leave those down below in the comment section, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.